So, different kinds of learning styles and different kinds of learning patterns and ways of learning. So, I learn differently depending on what I'm doing. Hey guys, welcome back to the show, welcome back to the diary. So yes, again, kind of unscripted, even though I wanted to script here too, but hey, oh well. Different kind of learning styles, there's so many different ways of learning. Loads of people learn by hearing, so they'll listen to the instructions and then they'll be able to copy the instructions just by listening to it. And yes, that is one way I learn the most, but I don't necessarily deal with instructions like that the best. Yes, I can remember what's been said to a point. When it comes to things I'm more interested in, like games, movies, TVs, I'll remember lines from the inside out, back to front, and word for word. But when it comes to actually acting instructions and remembering instructions, I tend to struggle. But that kind of leads on to the whole action side of learning. You must be doing it in order to learn how to do it, which is where I learn the most in games, especially with my PvP skills or my fighting another player, my player versus player skills. I need to be in action with people, either lowered skilled and then building it up and up and up and up and up, while I get comfortable with the idea and the speed and everything else, in order to be able to learn the tricks, tips, and everything else that everyone else does near on instantly or near on easily without much thought and without much problems. So yeah, I need a little bit of extra training. There is also the written side of learning, where you have to write it out a dozen times in order to remember it. Now, I can see why this works, but writing things out for me just hurts my hand, so I'm just there like, eh. Typing it out also doesn't necessarily do it unless I'm speaking it as I'm doing it, so that's where my hearing kind of learning comes from. And it's like, I'm speaking it and I'm hearing it, and it's staying in because I'm hearing it, not because I'm writing it down or anything like that. It's because I'm speaking it as I'm writing it down. But people learn by writing things down, and people learn by making lists and putting it up in written form. Sorry guys, my nose is being an absolute butt today. I don't know what's going on. My room is absolutely freezing. It's not just because of the rain here. I have holes in my ceiling and absolutely everything. But anyway, so we have auditory, kinesthetic, blue? No, not blue. We have writing, and we then have visual. So visualness, it kind of tells itself, if you know what I mean. It's like auditory, it tells you exactly what it is. So visual learners tend to learn by watching. So I sort of know this one, I've done this one before. As stated before, I picked up Caustic Plays from Coven on Mixer, or now on Twitch, as Mixer is now shut down and moved to Facebook. Yeah, thanks guys. Microsoft, you ruined that one. What? But yeah, I picked up Caustic Plays from Coven because obviously people like Coven and people like those kind of top ranked players know certain strats, they can play certain strats, they use stuff as and when needed and as and when certain times. They don't just use their kit on their characters willy-nilly or anywhere and everywhere. They use them only when necessary, or only when they have to, or only when they know it's going to work. So to know when to use the caustic ultimate gas, then also knowing when to follow it with the push, is something to pick up from top ranked players. It's the kind of why I say to my friends, you made this one, watch this guy, he is top, he is second, he is whatever he is top 10 of that character in the world. You might be able to pick something up, and sometimes we're a bit like, you trying to say I'm rubbish, but what I'm trying to say is, they know things that you might not. You might have picked up the idea, but you might also have not picked up the idea. You might be a nasty bugger. You might be nasty, but you could be worse. You could be more nasty. Sort of thing. So, loads of people learn in loads of different ways, and just trying to say that I tend to learn in different ways depending on what I'm doing. Gaming, I have to be physically in the battle doing it, or in training room learning the steps, taking it piece by piece in order to get the aim and the tracking right. Those of you who have seen my Apex videos, that is after year and a half, if not 2 years of training on GTA with a friend of mine who is roommates with my ex, and that is the thing of, I could have killed you, I could have died, you could have died, I could have got you, that could have been a headshot. Now, yeah, at times it was getting irritating. It was like, no, what? No, I can't even see. What the fuck? Huh? No! But there were also times where it's like, damn it! Right. I can't see you. But there's also moments where having the sniper rifle track while just dancing around and being an absolute lunatic, so I can keep with the speed, because loads of average players do move around really quickly, and it's like, I've got to take the shot quick before he moves. I missed. Damn it. So my sniper skills are still not the greatest, but my tracking has improved big time because of that training and sit down. So that's what I mean by I have to be in the fight or in the thing. In the moment learning it. But scripts and other things, I seem to learn scripts the quickest by watching other people perform them. So if, say, I was going to do like a little piece from Harry Potter, I'd already know the script inside out, back to front and word for word, because obviously Harry Potter is one of my biggest things, and obviously I don't know whether I want to talk about Harry Potter. I mean, I could, but YouTube is quite saturated with Harry Potter YouTubers as it is, and those guys are amazing already, and I don't necessarily want to step on anyone's toes, but I also, it's that kind of thing. It's like, I don't want to be that copycat, because I've seen copycats of a particular channel that I like the most, and I don't like copycats when it comes to that sort of thing. It's understandable if you want to do the same niche or the same type of market as another YouTuber, but you don't want to go taking someone else's topic idea and doing the same video sort of thing. The only time you can really say that that's okay is if either in the title, the description, or somewhere at the beginning of the video you turn around and say, hey, look, this idea wasn't technically mine, it was bloody blah, I'm just putting my 10 pence piece into it, or I'm just putting my thoughts to it, here's my side of it, here's what I think. That kind of thing's okay, but personally, if you're just gonna outright take the same idea and the same storyline, you're kind of copying it. It's not. No, don't do that. So, like I said, scripts, I can learn them pretty quite quickly just by hearing other people do it. I don't think there's any way that I can learn by writing anything down. I do not necessarily remember anything that I wrote down. I remember where I put it, but I don't remember what it was I wrote down, because every single time I try and write something down, depending on how long I'm doing it for, my hands start hurting. So the only thing I really remember is my hands were hurting. Yeah, helpful. No, I can tell what some of you are thinking. Ooh, maybe you can link the script lines with your hand hurting, like what particular line you were writing out when your hands started hurting. No, it doesn't work, because again, I don't necessarily remember the words written down. I just remember the pain. It's not like it's, oh, I can connect this word with this bit of pain, or this line with this bit of pain. I don't know. But no, that's it for today on video. So video number 2 on here, number 2, and it was a good one today, I reckon. So let me know down below, what kind of learning style do you have? Do you have kinesthetic, auditory, visual, or do you write stuff down? I can never remember the name for writing it down. But yeah, I have to go clear my nose and I have to go get something to eat. But I love you guys. Christmas is coming up, so Christmas videos very, very soon. Yes, there will be a GTA video, even though gaming videos are moving to the gaming channel. There will be a Christmas GTA video on this channel. Hopefully Christmas Eve, if not Christmas Day. But no, that's it for me today, guys. I will see you next week. See ya.
Put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another